they couldn't make any mistakes, particularly base running mistakes. They didn't in the first. Now Casa does.
Well, you know who else is the first base coach also gets, first base coach was sleeping too. Letting his guy get off too far and then didn't get him back. So that's a coaching error and a running error there by the Gauchos. And again, the coaches for Carillo saw it, and they made the call from the dugout.
So 1-1 count here to Jeff Bridges, the number 5 hitter for Casa Grande. Rodriguez with 2 on, 2 outs. He's walked 3 in this inning.
And one reason you're going to feel comfortable as a coach calling that play there is you got Rich Lesson who has been throwing runners out, and you got your senior big infielder, tall guy at first base knowing that he'll be able to knock it down if the throw's bad.
Comes inside there to Byrne with the off-speed pitch.
Carillo defense pretty much straight away. Again, Bruno, though, shade in the middle, really trying to keep Byrne a little bit close to second base.
Got a piece of it. Count even now at 2-2. Big at-bat. We're early in this game, but momentum, particularly playing in a place like this, can be very important in high school baseball, particularly with the fact you played just 7 innings. Maria Carillo right now has the momentum, and Jeff Bridges will try and steal some back for the Gauchos.
Rodriguez about ready to throw his 25th pitch of the inning, so even if he gets out of this, he's basically quarter of the way to 100. 100 pitches about what you feel comfortable having your pitcher throw before he starts running out of gas here at the high school level.
Inside 3-2, the runners will get a jump start. Well, the nice thing about the fact that it's an 8-team bracket and a 2-week tournament is everybody has had a full week to rest. So full pitching staffs ready for this championship game. And a lot of times in the past with the 16-team tournament, you couldn't do that. You had to use your ace to get here, and you were running thin on pitching by the time you got to Saturday's championship game. Rodriguez checking the runner back to the bag again. Does not want them to get a huge jump in this situation. They will be running as soon as he lifts and comes to the plate. Bridges, perhaps the fastest player on the field at the plate, running out of the left side of the box. And he fouls it off.
Fastball inside. Rodriguez went right after him. Bridges fouled it off the handle. See if Rodriguez, doubt he'll go with a breaking ball at all. The lefty just trying to put the ball in play, try to get that first run home. Any hit will definitely score the runner.
Runners moving again. This one in foul territory, playable for Brown. Lot of room here, and Brown makes the catch. 3 walks in the inning, but a 0 on the board for Pat Rodriguez in the first. Maria Carillo with the lead. Happy Pumas back to their dugout. A little frustration on the other side. We've completed one in the North Coast Section 3A Redwood Empire Championship. We'll be back with the second inning in just a moment. Pat Rodriguez, Sam Bruno, and Rich Leslie to face David Short. And if the Gauchos were a little grouchy to begin with, they've got to be darn right mad at this point.
Well, they definitely, without giving up a hit, they're down 2-0. They got picked off on the base pass. They just didn't play the first inning very smart, but there's 7 innings, and it's time for them to settle down and just play their game. They're the overwhelming favorite here today, 25-2 on the year.
The pitcher, Pat Rodriguez, hits this one high in the air, right field, and playable. Ferber putting it away, 1 down.
That's more like it. Paul Maturina's got to be saying, that's what I know my pitcher can do.
Shortstop, Sam Bruno.
Sammy Bruno hitting .236 on the year. We talked about it. This lower part of the Puma lineup aren't going to hit many home runs, aren't going to get too many hits. They're just going to try to put the ball in play, and then that's when Coach Tagnoli will go ahead, bunt, hit and run, do what he can do to try to create a run.
Bruno takes a strike to even up the count at 1-1. It looks like we already have some action down in the Casa Grande bullpen.
missing way wide.
And we've got as much pitching as Casa Grande has. You just cannot afford to mess around. They've already got some action down in the Casa Grande bullpen.
Just inside.
There's ball 4.
He's just not hitting the glove. I mean, the glove on the last pitch was outside part of the plate. Missed inside.
There's Anthony Fomasi throwing
Now
down in the Casa Grande
Rich
pin,
Leslie.
trying to get loose as quickly as possible.
That's the kind of pitch Leslie wants to hit there.
Rich Leslie at the plate now.
He has been so good on defense for the Pumas all year. He just stepped in. He was not supposed to be the starting catcher. Stepped into that role and just really took it on, and Pumas don't know where they'd be without him behind the dish.
He also been pretty clutch at the plate. Last game we did, the Montgomery game, he was being hit 4, but fact is Leslie has only hit 206 this year, but he's driven in 10 runs. So when guys are on base, in clutch situation, he's a guy you want up. Fister, and that's going to end up into the crowd. Oh, nice one-handed catch. My goodness.
Almost took his wife's head off, but he caught it.
Not only does the team play great defense, but the fans that can play a little defense themselves for Maria Carillo.
So Leslie choking up big now with 2 strikes on him. Double play.
Bouncer to the right side. Alex Byrne will get 1, but not 2. Leslie's going to try to move up, and he could be in trouble. Colto chases it down, throws low. Leslie is safe. I'm not sure how the big fella made it, but he did.
I think the throw came in toward the inside of the infield. Take a look at this, Leslie. It's going to be should be a double play ball here with his speed, but a nice slide in there to break up the double play. And Leslie's going to decide to try to make it a second. And here's the big fella in, and he got his right leg in just in front of the tag.
Didn't think he really had a chance to get there.
I think what happens on the throwback from the first baseman, the ball is going to bounce, and the shortstop has to pick his glove up. He's got to catch it up around his knee level, then put the tag back down, and that's when Leslie's going to stick his foot in right there. Ooh, bang, bang. Actually, he looked like he might have been out.
And Colto slipped also. That's what cost him also. Colto, when he picked up the ball, lost his back foot. He had to reset himself before he made the throw. That cost him a beat or 2, which was all it takes sometimes.
Looking back at the replay, I think he really might have, he was probably out by just a hair. But again, the umpire called it like it's a bang, bang play. Carillo's, bottom line is Carillo's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin McMahon.
And now it's Kevin McMahon, the number 9 hitter, with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs.
McMahon's hit 265. Oh, sorry, he's hit 265 in the year, but his on-base percentage over 400.
It's one of those clutch situations you talk about in practice. Got to come through in 2-out situations with runners in scoring position. That's what McMahon will be asked to do right here.
Quite honestly as well, with a 400 on-base percentage, he might actually just also be asked to walk here and get his leadoff hitter up. He's going to make sure it's a good pitch. Being the 9 hitter here, you make this pitcher earn it. You got one of your best hitters, Zach Togtel, and your leadoff hitter up behind you.
2-1, hitter's pitch coming. Short, finds the zone, and the count is now 2-2. Got him swinging. Short with his second strikeout. Gets through the inning. But again, the Pumas make him work for it a little bit. 2-0 Maria Carillo. And we'll be back with the bottom half of the inning. Casa Grande will try to get some runs on the board when we come back.
Casa Grande.
it looks a little bit crazy. Look at Casa Grande. They've scored 6.7 runs per game. They've averaged 352 as a team. And their opponents 2.7. So really the defenses and the pitching are pretty close, but the offenses, look at that, over 3 runs a game more scored by Casa this year, and their batting average over 100 points higher than the Pumas.
Well, everybody's going to tell you. Good pitching is going to stop good hitting. So far, actually, neither team's got a hit. It's just the Pumas have made things happen. They've got 2 runs off a walk and a hit by pitch in the first inning, and they're playing good defense so far. When they had to, they picked a runner off.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning for Casa Grande will be the designated hitter, Jeff Jensen.
Jeff Jensen, the designated hitter, will lead it off as we take a look at this beautiful Network Associates Coliseum.
Thank Al Davis there for center field.
Beautiful, but empty today, unfortunately. Tough to fill for a high school event. Of course, this ballpark has been quite a bit overshadowed in the past few years by Pac Bell Park, but it's still a nice place to watch a baseball game.
Great weather here, no doubt.
Jensen takes the breaking ball for a strike, and Rodriguez gets ahead 0-2 to start the bottom of the second inning.
Jeff Jensen is DHing for the pitcher, Dave Short. Look out.
There's Lewis Opp, the right-hander, now throwing down in the Casa bullpen. Now that they're hitting, they can get their righty loose, and he has been very good this year, an 8-1 record.
Rodriguez, he's missing bad on a few pitches.
Well, what Steve Tagnoli would like to see is about a 10-pitch inning from Rodriguez, who threw way too many pitches in that first inning, although he'll take the lead, I'm sure.
There's a fastball right down the middle. Jensen just missing it. One thing, when you talk about that mismatch, you look at Casa Grande's offense, it really shows you why, down 2-0 only a second inning, there's no reason for them to panic yet, because they do know they have the offensive power to come back.
Oh, the team batting average of 352. Yeah, you got to expect that they're going to get their knocks against you during the day. You just have to hope that you can keep them off balance and not give them any big innings. Give them a run here and there and keep that lead. That's what Steve Tagnoli's hoping for. Driven. Hit well. McMahon has room, and he makes the catch.
That ball was hit probably 330 feet. In this ballpark, it's a long out. Did not carry very well. Again, not that hot of a day here. 65 degrees. Fastball outside part of the plate. Jansen just swings it. You see him threw his bat down. He thought he might be going for a double. But McMahon going to settle under it for the out.
Justin Ferber swings and misses. Nice pitch from Rodriguez. Not sure what that was, but that thing looked nasty. Rubbed a little funk on that one. The count's 0-1.
There's Ferber's average at 348. Ball got away in the bullpen. That's why the quick break here. Again, like you say, you look up and down the lineup. Here we are, the number 7 hitter for Casa batting 348. And Coach Maitorini, you guys say, this is not going to make the lineup out today.
Pretty much throw darts at a dartboard with all the names on it, and you have a pretty good lineup one way or the other. There's the put out by Ross. Second baseman for Carillo, sucking up that grounder, and now it'll be Greg Busick.
Perfect pitch, little slider, low and away, and what do batters do when they try to pull a low and away pitch? They ground out to the second baseman. Bring up the catcher, Busick. 228 on the year, 10 ribbies.
Swing and a miss from Busick. There's Steve Tagnoli. Boy, was he sweating, wondering whether he was going to get into the playoffs or not. Believe it or not, they took 5 teams from the North Bay League, and he was the number 5 squad. Had to win that final game that makeup game against Montgomery, the last game for Mickey Rabinovitz and Russ Petrie. Actually, not their last game. They're going to coach the All-Star team on Sunday. How do you like that? We did all that hype, and it wasn't even their last game.
Well, there was a golf tournament last night at Bennett Valley Golf Course for the two guys, and there were probably 150, 200 people that came out and said goodbye to them there. It was really neat event. A lot of former players. There's a guy who played for Russ in 1968 that was one of the first guys to speak. It was really neat. Quick inning.
Caught at third base. Neither team has a hit. We're through 2 innings here at the Network Associate Coliseum. And the Maria Carrillo Pumas are still leading this NCS 3A Redwood Empire Championship game 2-0. We'll take a quick break and be back with inning number 3. Here at the Network Associates Coliseum, their squad trailing by 2 runs, and they've only lost 2 games all year long. They need just 1 more for the NCS 3A Championship. Maria Carrillo will send the top of the order to face David Short here in the 3rd inning. These are the guys that started the party for Maria Carrillo. Zach Sawtell, who walked, stole second, and later scored a run on the throwing error at third base.
Goes after that first pitch, low and away. Short going outside again there. See if Short settles down. He's got a rough 2 innings here.
Yes, it is. Hit well. That's our first base hit. Zach Sawtell pumps it right back up the middle. A solid single.
Again, I mean, I have to think these Carrillo batters are going with their confidence. Like you say, Short is not an overpowering pitcher. And in practice this week, Carrillo saw 4 lefties, and now's the time. Look for a possible push bunt here. Got speed on the bases. Got number 2 hitter up.
It's Sam Ryder, who was hit by a pitch, also stole the base and scored a run in the 1st inning. He scored on the sacrifice fly from Hitman. Looking to bunt, lays it down, but it's going to be just foul. Busick picking it up quickly. He was looking to move the runner over, but also thinking base hit in the back of his mind. This is a team that has used the bunt a lot this year. They've used the squeeze a lot this year. And when you're hitting 239 as a team, you've got to do anything you can to score runs.
Going to go ahead, probably, he bunted there, so you got to strike on him. Now's the time to just go ahead and sacrifice him over, give up the out, get that runner in a scoring position. You got your leadoff hitter on first with no outs. And this is the time you just want to tack runs on. You're Carrillo. You're not going to try to blow costs out. You want to try to just keep adding runs up. You don't have that big offense.
Runner goes, pitch gets away, and that's going to roll for a while. Stopping at second is Sawtell. You can take a big turn here, and even maybe thinking about taking that extra base because, like you say, there is a lot of room behind the plate, a lot of room in foul territory here.
So Sawtell gets a stolen base. Once he lifts his foot, Sawtell just took off. Ball by Busick, but the big thing is that Sawtell took off right at the first lift, and then Short had already decided to go home. When you're a lefty, in your mind, you're already thinking, I'm either going home or I'm going to first. And once you lift your leg, it's very difficult to then see that runner take off and change your mind. You normally balk when you do that. The Carrillo runner, Sawtell just took off, and away he went. He had the base stolen easily.
Tom Byrne looking to be working on some mechanics here with Short, talking about his stride. That's one thing, you get off a mound here that could be a little different and perhaps a little higher than you're used to at the high school level. It can throw you off a little bit.
Definitely, these mounds, Major League mounds, are regulation. Oh, they're to perfect specifications, so they're going to definitely be high. So right here, you got the number 2 hitter up, runner on second base. Just move him over. Either tell your guy, go ahead and hit the ball the right side. But also, if you really want to make sure you get him over, you're going to bunt him. Coach Tagnelli walked down, talked to Ryder. He's probably not going to flash any signs. He'll just go ahead and verbally gave him the sign there.
And check.
That's close to a balk.
Back in.
That was close to a balk. Coach Steve Erickson's looking for it. Short lifted straight up, and he took I really think he committed a home almost.
Erickson is the first base coach. 3-1.
3-1.
Short just really has not had his good stuff today. Hasn't given up a lot of hits, but walked 2, hit 1.
Carillo batters being smart up there at the plate all day.
And that's a strike. Good change of speeds for Short. He doesn't throw particularly hard, but against his changeup, that fastball can look pretty hard. And he's got the slider, the good hard breaking ball to go along with it.
I don't think is on it. We got the next one.
Foul tip caught by Busick. That's a strikeout and a big one.
Oh, huge pitch there by Dave Short. He's going to go ahead. He's going to fastball inside, actually more right down the middle. Ryder foul tipped it, but Busick, the catcher, holds on.
That's the third strikeout for Short. Aaron Lyon, the next hitter.
With last time Sawtell was at second here, the Pumas still tried to steal third. Probably won't catch the Gauchos off guard again, but you never know if Sawtell might go ahead and try to steal third as well to try to get that runner at third with 1 out. Pumas know they have to do some things odd today.
Foul straight back. Leadoff base hit by Zach Sawtell. He stole second. Then the strikeout to Ryder. 1 on, 1 out. Changeup got Lyon way out in front. That is a pretty pitch. 2 strikes now to Aaron Lyon. It seems like Short's finding a little bit of a groove here in the 3rd inning.
Perfect pitch. Foot off the plate.
They're trying to steal third again. Hit and run. Throw is high. Sawtell is under the tag easily. Sawtell has 3 stolen bases. Lyon is out on strikes.
Well, they're making the Gauchos play catch in with 2 strikes. Short concentrating on the batter, going for the strikeout. Pitch low and away. And Sawtell with just wheels. He's in there pretty easily, actually. Now pass ball, definitely score a run in this big ballpark.
Keith Hittman, the number 4 hitter at the plate.
Wow, where'd that pitch miss? That pitch looked pretty.
Hittman drove in a run back in the 1st inning with a sacrifice fly. Great situational hitting for the number 4 hitter.
I'll tell you right now, do not put a stolen base at home plate out on the mind as well. The 3rd baseman over there watching, because Sawtell does have wheels, and the lefty, he goes back to you.
2-1 now to Hittman.
Leaving a big.
Tagnoli has been very aggressive on the bases so far in this ball game, and it has helped his Pumas.
Big hole left side.
Outside, 3-1.
If you're Keith Hittman, you just hit a ground ball to the left side. The shortstop's playing up the middle. The 3rd baseman's playing close to 3rd, worrying about the runner. Look at that hole. That's just huge. And they're pitching him outside. Just poke it over there if you're Hittman.
Nice curveball. Short going to the breaking ball with a 3-1 count. And now it's 3-2, 2 outs. The runner at 3rd, Zach Sawtell. Hittman trying to add to the Pumas' lead. And he walks. That's the 3rd walk issued by David Short. Jeff Brown will come to the plate now for Maria Carillo. Runners at the corners.
Again, something that Coach Tagnoli has in his bag of tricks. He is the double steal here. Could try to steal Hittman, just let him get in a rundown, and then you got wheels at 3rd base. See if Sawtell can pick a point and steal home. It's in the bag of tricks.
A strike, 0-1.
You just watch. If they get 2 strikes on him, they might go to that.
I think you're right. Casagrande's been a little tight defensively. They've made a couple of errors. Why not make a play catch a little bit and see if you can steal another run here? Hitman with the big lead off. The count 1-1 now to Jeff Brown.
Now's the time to do it right now. They want to do it. Hitman's a smart runner at first. He knows, he's a senior runner over there. He can take a big lead, draw a throw, then get in a rundown. Sawtelle can just book for home.
There it does draw the throw. Here it comes. Sawtelle trying to get to the plate.
There it is.
He'll score the run. They tried to tag Hitman, and Hitman gets back to the bag safe.
Sucker.
My goodness, the Pumas not only get the run, but then Casagrande doesn't get it out, and now Hitman's going to take off for second. They're going to send him back. Time was called.
I'll tell you right now, the Pumas are just suckering the Gauchos, just drawing him in. It's like a Little League team. It's like an all-star Little League team playing against a minor league team. The Gauchos just look lost out there. They aren't playing smart. You got the wheels there at third. There's no way if you're this guy at first here that you don't see. Look at Sawtelle. He's home. He's safe easily. Then he falls down. Really, this 25-2 team is getting schooled by a team that's 16-10.
Really, Colto's only chance there was to try to tag Hitman before the run scored.
And now they're going to watch Hitman. He's not going anywhere now, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there are a number of different ways to run that play. You can have the runner just sort of walk off and head towards second and make the pitcher step off and throw, or I like it much better the way they did it. Brown to right center field, and that's caught. Running it down, Jeff Bridges. It takes a big hit to get past Bridges, but the Pumas again come up with a run. Zach Sawtelle steals second, steals third, and steals home to make it 3-0. Maria Carillo in the North Coast section 3A championship game. We'll be back with the bottom of the third. See if the big Gaucho Sticks can get going. They even got